want to tell you the story about how Chinese get rich so you can really understand. This was like the capitalism here is like America was in the 1950s, where you do a lot yourself and you build your own wealth. You live frugally and you amass great wealth. So in the 1970s, this is where their parents lived, in this house. Around the year 2000, this is a truck that they bought to bring their vegetables. Before then, it was all carts, push carts. So this is the house that their parents lived in. And when they got married, their parents built them this house. So this was their house when they got married. And when their parents passed away, they started to grow. Well, they always had chickens in this area, but they actually got a couple of pigs. And had pigs in here, you'll see. Some stalls in here for pigs that they had. And that was their meat. And when times was hard, chicken and pigs. So you can tell this is around the 70s because it does have good good grout between the bricks. But because they live frugally, this is what they have now. This house cost them about $50,000 to build. It is cinder block and concrete. No typhoon can knock it down. And it's worth $500,000 now. So, from zero net worth in 1970 to millionaires. Because believe me, they have a lot of cash in the bank too. But they still live frugally. There's the car. This is a millionaire's car in China. Why? Because they want to be millionaires forever and they want to give their family the chance to always be wealthy now that they've achieved it. So, electric scooter, a little car. Wealthy, wealthy people. And they have a kitchen inside the house, but they still prefer the old kitchen. They've got the electric skillet here, but they can do the wood fires over there. 这比较吃. Yep. And so this is the bamboo, the fresh bamboo shoots that we dug out today, along with some chicken. You can see here the bamboo shoots that we climbed the mountain and got today. It's a whole different way of life. It's a whole different way of thinking. Don't have everybody else do everything for you. Live frugally, and you'll be incredibly wealthy. I don't know if we can do that in America, because they have one more advantage that we don't have. There is no cost to this house right now. He doesn't have insurance because the house is bulletproof. There's nothing that can happen to this house. It's going to be there forever. And there's no property tax. So they literally have a zero cost of living. Of course, they have internet service. Of course, they have cell phones. But those are options in life. In America, when we own a house, we have to give 2 to 3, even more % of that every year to the government. So do we really own it? Here in China, $500,000 home is theirs forever. Forever. If you look at our history in America, back in the 1950s, take a look at the tax structure in the 1950s. Take a look at what your parents and grandparents paid on a house when they moved into it. There's a good chance that that is absolute zero. And I know in some states like Montana, there is no property tax, but in most states they just gouge you. So there it is. There's a secret to China's wealth. An average farmer, 1970s, zero money. 2020, millionaire. And you'll never know in the books because there's not public information like it is in America. These people own these houses. That's what's underneath this house. Cinder blocks with a concrete infrastructure. All the floors are concrete, then cinder blocks in. Some paint it, others tile it. But this little farm neighborhood that's now growing grapes, used to only grow rice, now grows grapes and oranges. All millionaires. This is how you take care of your society. This is how the society should be. Can you imagine if America kept its system in the 1950s? How wealthy America would be. We wouldn't have any hunger. We wouldn't have any homelessness. Oh, and by the way, China has no hunger. China has no homelessness.